When it comes to iconic superheroes, Superman has always been a symbol of hope, morality, and unstoppable power. On the other hand, Homelander from The Boys is a twisted reflection of what happens when godlike powers are given to someone without true compassion. Fans across the globe have always asked the question, what if Superman had to face Homelander? And more importantly, now that James Gunn's DCU is introducing a brand new Superman played by David Corenswet, how would this younger, yet extremely powerful version of the Man of Steel fare against Homelander? This isn't just about brute strength, it's about ideology, training, willpower, and the way these characters use their abilities. To make this analysis fair, we will compare both characters across different aspects, origins, powers, weaknesses, combat abilities, and psychological mindset. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who would win the ultimate showdown, DCU Superman or Homelander. Origins and character background? Let's begin by understanding where these two characters come from, because their origins play a huge role in shaping the way they fight and the way they view the world. Homelander, the flagship hero of The Boys, was not born but manufactured. Created in a lab by Vought International, he was raised in isolation, tested like a weapon, and manipulated to be the face of corporate heroism. On the surface, he appears to be the perfect savior, smiling for cameras and selling products, but behind closed doors, Homelander is unstable, narcissistic, and deeply insecure. His entire sense of morality is broken, and he often views people as lesser beings. His actions are guided by ego and a hunger for control. He is not a hero in the traditional sense, he is a product of fear and corporate greed. Now let's talk about the DCU Superman. Unlike Henry Cavill's DCU Superman, who was portrayed as a seasoned warrior grappling with philosophical dilemmas, James Gunn's Superman in the DCU is younger. Played by David Corenswet, this Superman will still be in his early years of balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. Raised by the Kent family in Smallville, Clark Kent has values of compassion, humility, and responsibility instilled deeply into his character. Unlike Homelander, who was created in a lab, Superman's powers are natural, and his choices are guided by empathy and hope. So right from the beginning, the contrast is clear. Superman fights for others, while Homelander fights only for himself. This difference in their backgrounds is crucial when imagining how they would clash in battle. Powers and abilities compared. Now let's break down their powers. Homelander and Superman may look similar in terms of abilities, but the scale of their power is very different. Homelander has super strength, speed, enhanced senses, flight, and powerful heat vision. Within his universe, these powers make him almost untouchable. Normal humans and even most supes cannot stand against him. He has casually lifted cars, flown across cities in seconds, and incinerated people with his heat vision. To the people of The Boys, Homelander looks invincible. But his feats have a ceiling. For example, he struggles against opponents who are physically durable or enhanced beyond normal human levels. His strength, while godlike to civilians, is nowhere near the cosmic scale. Superman, even the younger DCU version, exists on a completely different level. In James Gunn's Superman 2025 film, we see him lifting massive ships during his rescue missions, proving his raw strength to Metropolis. He survives devastating nuclear-scale explosions when Lex Luthor's schemes trap him in a pocket dimension, showcasing his unmatched durability. He battles foes like Hammer of Borovia, who is later revealed to be Ultraman, a twisted clone of Superman created by Luthor. Superman also clashes with the engineer, Angela Spica, whose nanotech powers temporarily overpower him, and faces a colossal kaiju monster unleashed in Metropolis, where he joins forces with the Justice Gang to save civilians. His speed is displayed as he outruns missiles and shockwaves, moving faster than bullets and breaking the sound barrier. His heat vision cuts through Ultraman's defenses, while his super breath helps him counter the Kaiju's rampage. Most importantly, his Kryptonian physiology continues to absorb solar radiation throughout the battles, meaning the longer he fights under the sun, the stronger and more unstoppable he becomes. Unlike Homelander, Superman's power has virtually no limit, it keeps growing with his willpower and exposure to the sun. So when comparing powers directly, Superman outclasses Homelander in every measurable category: strength, speed, durability, and energy projection. The only edge Homelander might claim is his ruthlessness, but we'll get to that in the mindset section. Weaknesses and limitations. Every powerful character has weaknesses, and understanding them is the key to predicting the outcome of a fight. Homelander's greatest weakness is psychological. He is overconfident, emotionally unstable, and often distracted by his need for admiration. When people don't respect him or when he feels insecure, his judgment becomes clouded. Physically, he has very few confirmed weaknesses, but within his universe, it's hinted that weapons made from Compound V experiments could potentially harm him. He has never faced an opponent even close to Superman's level, which makes him untested in a truly cosmic battle. Superman, on the other hand, has two classic weaknesses: kryptonite and magic. Kryptonite, the radioactive remnants of his destroyed planet, can weaken and even kill him. Magic also bypasses his natural durability. However, against Homelander, these weaknesses don't really matter. Homelander doesn't have kryptonite, and he doesn't wield magic. That means Superman enters this battle almost at full strength with no exploitable weakness from Homelander's side. This creates a massive imbalance. While Homelander's arrogance and instability make him vulnerable, Superman's only weaknesses are irrelevant here. The battlefield heavily favors the Man of Steel. Psychology, combat style, and final result. The last key factor in this showdown is the psychology and combat approach of both characters. Homelander is a bully. He relies on intimidation and fear. His victims are usually powerless humans or weaker supes who cannot challenge him. He enjoys toying with his enemies, using his heat vision to terrify rather than destroy quickly. In combat, this arrogance slows him down. If he faced Superman, Homelander would likely underestimate him at first, thinking he could dominate with sheer intimidation. Superman, however, is the complete opposite. Even as a younger version in the DCU, Clark Kent is disciplined, strategic, and emotionally stable. He doesn't fight for ego, he fights to protect. Superman knows how to assess threats quickly and neutralize them efficiently. Against Homelander, Superman would not hesitate to shut down his cruelty. And since Superman operates on a higher power scale, his punches would overwhelm Homelander within seconds. The final result is clear: DCU Superman wins decisively. Homelander might put up some resistance with his brutality, but he is outmatched in every category that matters. Superman's strength, speed, heat vision, and experience with tougher enemies give him the overwhelming advantage. In fact, the real fight wouldn't last long. Homelander's arrogance and lack of discipline would be his downfall, while Superman's compassion and resolve would allow him to finish the battle swiftly. Conclusion. In this ultimate showdown, it isn't just a battle of powers, it's a clash of ideals. Homelander represents unchecked power corrupted by ego, while Superman represents power guided by responsibility and hope. When they collide, the outcome is inevitable. Superman's abilities, combined with his moral compass, make him the clear victor. So to answer the big question once and for all, if DCU Superman fought Homelander, Superman would win every single time. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.